Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Mara, and I welcome you to today's Pick a Card reading. Today, we are taking a look at what good news is coming your way within the next 30 days from the time that you see this reading. So I've got 3 different cards with 3 different crystals for you to choose from, and as I hold these crystals up to the camera, I will be playing a sound for those of you that like to choose your reading clairaudiently. So let's go ahead and jump into the reading selection. All right, if you need more time, you can go down to the description box and hit the reading selection timestamp. We're going to begin with reading number 1, but all 3 readings will be timestamped in the description box as well, so you can go find yours there, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and see what good news is coming your way. And remember, this is going to be within 30 days from the time that you see this reading. So the oracle that you felt drawn to is New Beginnings. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. This feels really nice and fresh, and I love all the green energy. It definitely makes me feel like this is something that is truly cherished by you. It's something that is connected to your heart center. It's something that you deeply care about. It's time to nurture it and let it grow naturally. I definitely feel like this is a sign for you to expect good news in terms of like the ideas that you're having, the projects that you're starting. Maybe you have been feeling a little bit of creative block or a little bit of a creative block, and you're needing to feel inspired. You want to feel inspired. And I think that moving forward, it definitely looks like that's going to be available to you. Obviously, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you are in the midst of trying to have a baby, this could point to that. I'm personally not going to read to that topic just because I don't do pregnancy readings, especially in a general setting. But I mean, if the shoe fits, then congratulations. But let's go ahead and clarify all of this with some tarot. Okay. So you've got multiple ideas, you've got multiple options, and I definitely feel like the one that's going to benefit you the most is the one that you can see yourself doing in 10 years. I feel like there's quite a few things that may come to you in the next 30 days, and they all sound really beautiful and wonderful, but there's one or a few in particular that are really going to set you up long-term for long-term success and give you exactly what you really want out of life. I kind of feel like, I'm going to prop this up right there. I kind of feel like this is a time in your life for you to really choose what it is that you want to do with your life. Maybe there have been a lot of options available to you because other people have, kind of set the stage for you. But this is an opportunity for you to do it for yourself. And so the good news that I feel like is coming to you is something that you have designed, that you have kind of meticulously worked away at, it comes from within you. That's why it's so connected to your heart center. And you also felt drawn to this green crystal. So, I mean, it just kind of feels like you are in this space of creating from your deepest heart's desires. And with the Chariot coming out, I definitely feel like this is something that you're going to be very successful at. I do think, though, with the Hanged Man being on the bottom of the deck, that there are some things that you may need to let go of. And I think that in the process of really acknowledging and maybe even awakening to what it is that you really want for yourself, and kind of sifting and sorting through all those other like seemingly really good ideas, but maybe not so connected to you. I think that in that process, you will kind of naturally be letting go. You'll be shifting your perspective and kind of awakening to this new version of yourself. And with that, I feel like you're definitely going to be in a position in your life where you're able to be your own leader. You're able to call the shots, know what actions to take, and feel passionate about the action that you want to take. So this definitely feels like a creative pursuit. There's going to be lots of work involved, okay? But the thing about the Two of Pentacles is that as long as you are focusing on the balance of things, so making sure that you are resting in between all of that work, then you have what it takes to accomplish it. You have what it takes to stay afloat, to make everything happen for you, and to feel good while you're doing it. So we've got quite a lot of interesting energy coming out now. So we've got Death, the Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So there is something I do feel like you're going to have to let go of in order to welcome this joyous news in. It kind of seems like there's an emotional journey, something that you've truly invested a lot of time and energy into, that maybe you're resistant to letting go. Maybe you feel like you have to force it, you have to make it work for you, or maybe you've already let it go, but you're kind of fighting against starting something else, or you don't know how you don't know when it's going to happen, you don't feel inspired. There may be a feeling of lack in your life, but just know that if you are feeling intuitively like this is happening to you right now, go with the flow. Allow it to happen, because as soon as you give yourself permission to make this journey and you really give it your all, I definitely see that it's going to be something that'll lift you into the point where you can have all of this, where you can have all of this really goodness. And that may be, where the Hanged Man was coming in, and I just didn't get to the point strong enough. So Tarot was like, let me actually clarify a little bit deeper. But there's something to die in your life. There's something to let go of. There's something to be transformed. And it's going to be, it has the potential to be painful, for sure. Most endings typically are a little bit painful or bittersweet. So just give yourself permission to really rest in between all of this exciting new momentum that you're creating, because you don't want to go all the way to this really new life, or this really new beautiful life that you're creating for yourself, and realize that you never processed fully all of this, and you may carry that resistance with you. So just address your emotions, check in with yourself. Don't be afraid to really feel your emotions, because on the other side of this journey, I see deep emotional reward. I see this new overflowing abundance and prosperity in your life, but it has to be dealt with first. You have to deal with your mental health first. So The good news that's coming to you, I would say, is about a creative project. It does look like you're starting some kind of new adventure in your life. However that manifests, it's different person to person. And with this being a general reading, I can't really say. It doesn't look like anything like it looks very much like a work project, but that may not be the case for you. But I just feel like now is a time for you to set the stage for this success by focusing on your mental health, taking care of your emotions, of your body, really getting into the receiving mode to allow for this success to come. And when you feel like you fully let go, or that you've at least gotten that ball rolling in a really like a powerful way, then you can start to design. Then you can really start to channel this Two of Wands energy and decide, hey, I've got the whole world in my hands. What is it that I want? What is it that I want to feel? What is it that I want to do? How do I want to work with my hands? What do I want to be compensated for? And so on and so forth. And know that you are going to be successful. You have exactly what it takes to work through any obstacles that you see coming your way, and to be your own leader and just, take charge in your life. Very good. I love this. Maybe you get a big opportunity that you just weren't expecting, and it just kind of lifts you out of what you had to walk away from initially. Beautiful. Well, I'm so excited for you, and I appreciate you for being here and keeping yourself open and allowing me to read for you. If you did find this reading to be helpful and insightful, and you like the way that I read tarot, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick a card reading. So thank you so much for being here. I wish you all the best in your creative pursuits. Blessed be. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and see what your good news is going to be. And remember, this is coming to you in the next 30 days from the time that you see this. So the oracle that you felt drawn to is Moon Energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Gorgeous. This feels extremely tranquil, and it does match your crystal. I love that. Pile number 2 was the same way. It was a green card. I love this. So it definitely seems like whatever this news is, it's going to be something that calms you. It's going to be something that soothes you. And in that, I really feel like it's going to be grounding, and especially I'm getting images of like somebody walking barefoot along the earth. And so it definitely seems like something that's going to make you feel secure. It's going to make you feel stable. It's going to ground you. So if you've been really anxious, if you've been dealing with a lot of worry, then know that that's going to be coming to an end. Whatever you're currently worried about, I mean, it may be a lot of things, but there's something in particular that is going to be improved. And I feel like it's something that it's just like a really emotional situation that you're going to feel so much relief and happiness over. So let's clarify with some tarot. Yeah, 10 of Cups, love to see it. Extremely positive energy there. Okay, nice. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Let's get one more. Perfect. All right, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck too. This is amazing. I love this. This is all about you starting fresh. This is about you finally being given the opportunity to follow your dreams, to really just take that first step, towards what it is that you want, towards stability for yourself. I feel like this is all about you developing a sense of reward in your life, something that is going to be beneficial for you on so many levels. But definitely overall, I feel like this is something that is divinely yours. It is something that, the universe has heard you asking for. And so it's giving you the opportunity to take that first step. You're the one that has to actually take it. You're the one that has to actually make that action count in your life. But beyond that, I feel like you're fully supported. Like, this is just a chance for you to finally go after what it is that you want. And it may not be this big life-changing moment, but I see that it definitely has the opportunity to be that. And especially with both of these, it just seems like something that is completing a cycle. It's something that is starting fresh for you, something that you can really, take your time with and slowly build towards creating. This is something that is, again, very grounded in your reality. This is an opportunity for you to start building towards the life that you want. And the Knight of Pentacles is a slower energy, but I feel like that's really perfect for you, because if you were to have all of your dreams come true all at once, I think it might be a little bit overwhelming or a little bit daunting to go after. And so you want it to be a little bit more slow and grounded, as long as you're being very purposeful and, action oriented. I feel like you are going to see the most out of life. You are going to receive the most out of life. So let's go ahead and clarify a little bit more. Yeah. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe this is something that you've gone after before. You're afraid of not ending up happy, or maybe not receiving enough, not being fully supported, putting yourself out there, facing failure, facing burnout. Maybe you often start projects and have a hard time completing them. I feel like there's some anxieties that you're feeling because of your past in some way, in some shape. And, that could be something that you physically experienced, or it could be something that somebody told you you were going to experience. It could be something that you told yourself. But overall, it's not true. It's not going to repeat. It's not the reality of the situation. And so as you give yourself permission to feel those emotions and those fears, you really take the power away from them. I know that that sounds counterintuitive, but the more that you identify it and give it a name, and you say, I see you, I'm not afraid of you, I want to understand you, the more that that fear is going to calm down. It's going to soothe, and you will feel more grounded in the process of all of this. Because you are meant to decide what you want. You're meant to choose the thing that you want. And I love to see the 2 and the 3 next to each other. And you've got the 1 right there too. So it's like 1, 2, 3. It's like as soon as you start feeling your emotions, as soon as you give yourself permission to fully rest, that's where you start to see all these clear steps becoming available to you. Now, the only thing here that I want to really not warn you of, but just kind of prepare you for, is this, the Sun card being reversed. I feel like there may be a tendency for you to start taking action and then slowly maybe self-sabotaging, or maybe just realizing that the initial vision you had doesn't quite make you happy. And that is okay. I feel like this good news that's coming to you is really about an opportunity for you to go after your dreams and keep going after your dreams even after they've changed and developed into something else. This feels like what you want may kind of shift along the way, and you're meant to keep chasing that happiness. You're meant to keep chasing that. And if you persist in the direction of unhappiness, and if you persist in the direction of this really like go through the motions kind of like boring life, then I think that you will reach burnout and you may repeat that cycle. So stay aware of what it is that you really want, and remember not to rush the process. Because again, if you rush into all of this and you find yourself so much further along into a dream that doesn't even feel connected to you, you may not feel like you have the tools set up to change your mind. You may not feel like you are ready to change your mind. Excuse me. So overall for you, pile number 2, it seems like there is something that's coming to you that is going to lift your emotions. There's relief. There is reward. There is emotional growth and physical growth. Lots of grounded energy here. And I definitely feel like you're starting a new project. I feel like it could be within your work. It may just be something as simple as, a new diet, or maybe it's something that you're trying to practice more within your health. But I feel like whatever it is for you, however it's manifesting for you, trust yourself. Don't be afraid to start taking action, even if it's small, even if it feels like it's just a baby step, because that's exactly what you should be doing. You should be nurturing yourself. You should be developing into the life that you want, and not making a big quantum leap all the way into the next life. Give yourself some time to rest in between, and make sure that you are addressing your mental health. And this may be a little bit of a isolated experience. Sometimes the Four of Swords can really point to being alone in that process of rest. So not everybody is going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to agree with this news that's coming to you, or this relief that's coming to you. It kind of feels like this news, while yes, it is an opportunity from the universe, it also kind of feels like something that is coming internally, like an epiphany, or just this realization that these opportunities have been here all along, and it's just a matter of you taking the action to get it. So rest, take care of yourself, address the emotions, the fears that come up. Don't be afraid to really be there for yourself in the middle of all of those fears. It's okay to be afraid. You're a human. That's okay. But you have so much beauty and so much happiness and so much wonderful energy here to look forward to. So definitely keep your hopes high, keep your vision high, and don't be afraid to adjust accordingly. So thank you so much for being here and staying open to receiving this reading, and thank you for letting me read for you. If you did find it to be helpful and insightful, and you like the way that I read tarot, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick a card reading. So thank you all so much for being here. I love you all. I wish you all the best. Blessed be. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and see what good news is coming to you in the next 30 days. So your oracle is light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light into your current situation, or onto your current situation, and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Beautiful. Everybody's crystal has matched their card. That's so cute. I love that. So it definitely seems like your situation is getting better. There's improvement here. There's hope. There's light. There's reward. And it also seems like just an overall feeling of upliftment and reward. So I really feel like the good news that's coming to you is going to be something that's centered around emotional relief. Something that's centered around, like, you've been really anxious, you've been waiting for news on something, and it finally comes and it's in your favor. So let's see. I will also say this card often, when it comes out for people, when I'm doing readings, it does often talk about shadow work, or point to people that are in the middle of shadow work. So that may be something that you're currently doing, or that you're being asked to dive a little bit more deeper into. So let's use some tarot to clarify this. Yeah, there's definitely some subconscious blocks. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. Very, very big emotional journey that you're going on right now. And it's going to start with the unveiling of what's in your subconscious. Let's get one more card, Spirit. Oh, okay. Well. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely a time for you, like right now, as you're watching this, get ready for you to work through the emotional and the subconscious blocks that keep you feeling stuck, maybe comfortable but stuck. Because I feel like this good news that's coming to you, the only way that you're really going to be open to receiving it is if you address these obstacles, if you make the journey to swim across this this river here, whatever this is, and address the little obstacles along the way. And I feel like this is such a straightforward path for you. For some reason, I feel like you already know what it is that you need to address. So it doesn't really seem like it's that deep. It just looks like something that you know is there, but you haven't fully given yourself permission to address. But once you start that unveiling process, and once you really start to let yourself explore the unknown, explore those deeper parts of your mind, then you can start to make that emotional journey, and it will become much more clear to you where you need to step, what steps to take, how you can, and so on and so forth. This definitely is a hard journey, but with this being a reading focused on your good news and you getting nothing but light in your oracle, then I feel like this is something that is going to significantly improve your life, even if it's hard at first. And I'll be honest, I don't feel like it's going to be as hard as you're probably assuming that it will be. I think that you're much more well equipped than you may realize, and as soon as you start to get that ball rolling, as you'll start to realize that, oh, okay, I'm much more capable than I ever thought I could be. And I feel like there's parts of you that will be awakened as a result of this journey. So it's like you're allowing that light to come in and you're realizing, oh, hey, I know exactly what kind of action I want to take. I know exactly where I want to go in life. I know where this lines up for me in my spirituality and the way that I grow as a person. And I know what routines I want to set. I know how to think clearly for myself. I know how to be confident. I know how to really create structure in my life and stick to it and be confident about it. There's parts of you that I feel like are more capable than not to say that you're not capable right now, but I feel like there are parts of you that you're not channeling in terms of like going after the things that you want, and those parts of yourself are going to be awakened through this unveiling process and through this emotional journey. Also, you have strength on the bottom of the deck. So this does tell me that this is going to be a very self-nurturing journey. This is definitely a journey that is going to bring you closer to yourself. That'll allow you to trust yourself more, trust the universe more. This card can often speak of a new spiritual journey that you are about to undertake, especially with the devil being underneath that. It seems like there are some things that you are releasing, and yes, it may require some resilience on your end, but the universe will match that. The universe will always match your energy and give you what you need to get what you want. It may not be the process in which you would like it. It may not be the most comfortable thing, but you will get there. So let's clarify a little bit more. Let's do one more card. Just one this time. Perfect. Yeah. I feel like there may be a tendency because okay, this journey may be hard. I feel like you're overthinking it to the point of being stressed out and feeling trapped and thinking that you don't, have enough to your advantage. And because of that, you're distracting yourself. You're getting caught up in like little details in your life that don't necessarily matter, or that don't really matter right now. And there's something really powerful to be said about you sifting and sorting through your reality to say, this really matters to me. This really resonates with me. This is what I'm choosing. This is how I actually feel. And this is what I want to feel. And just bringing like this centered clarity in your life where you can really focus on what it is that you want, where you want to go, what it is that you need to address, what it is that you need to let go of, all of that shadow work that needs to come forward, and not distract yourself with all of these meaningless things. When you give yourself permission to have that clarity, you're not going to feel stuck anymore. You won't feel that way. So this is definitely a time for you to be very decisive. And again, I feel like the only way that this good news is going to be coming to you in a way that you will be receptive to, because I do feel like it will come regardless, that the only way that it will be receptive, or that you will be receptive to it, is if you decide now to gain clarity, to address the things that are hidden, to really stop distracting yourself with things that don't really fucking matter, or that you've made matter, that as you kind of let go of, you'll realize that you don't really care about. But this is definitely news that is going to change your life. This is something that once you see it, you can't unsee it. This is a journey, for yourself to really get to know you, to get to know your life, to choose your life in a way that feels right and good for you. Maybe you've been living a very dull or inauthentic life, and this news that's coming to you is about you breaking out of your shell and finally acknowledging the cycles that you've been stuck in and starting brand new. It just feels such like a fresh, inviting, and light energy. No pun intended. It is quite literally a very light-filled energy. And I feel like it's one that you're choosing, which makes it all the more rewarding. And again, the thing about the Lovers is that it's so obvious. It's so in your face. And if you want to choose the life that's not really, connected to your heart, then you have that option. But the option to choose your heart-centered desires is there, and it's not going to budge. It's not going to run away because you're afraid of it. If you give yourself time to address these things, then it will stay there. It'll stick around. It'll be there when you're ready for it. So don't be afraid to lean into a feeling of wholeness. Don't be afraid to really open yourself up to the many, many possibilities that life could be giving to you, to go after your desires, to really choose yourself in a situation that maybe you're not used to choosing yourself for. So overall for you, group number 3, the good news that's coming to you feels like an emotional upheaval. That doesn't sound like great news, but the way that it's being translated to me energetically is good. It's beautiful. It's exactly what you want and need. This is something that requires you to take the first step first, and then the universe will match it. You need to be decisive. You need to stop distracting yourself so that you can have it, but it's there, and the universe is definitely going to deliver. This is a news that's going to make you feel strong. It's going to make you feel powerful. It's going to make you feel organized and decisive and confident about the decisions that you can and will make. This is going to make you feel passionate about life. It's going to close out some chapters that are definitely needing to be closed out, and it'll make you feel like you have your spark again, that you have that light within you again. So I'm really looking forward to this for you. And I, if you feel comfortable and you want to come back and let me know how it all went, then I would love to hear about it. No pressure though. But if you found this reading to be helpful and insightful and you like the way that I read tarot, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do post a weekly pick a card reading. So thank you so much for being here. I love you all. I wish you all the best. I'll see you at the next one. Blessed be.